You're the youngest? I'm also sort of the youngest. I've told you my family tree is weird, but in a way, I'm the youngest. Also, I'm the baby. Sort of. My family tree is weird. Don't worry about it. I'm the youngest by like 20 years, so it's weird. And only, not fully related either. It's like that one movie, You've Got Mail. See Tom Hanks? How he's with his little baby and child, and she's like, oh, is that your daughter? And he's like, no, this is my aunt. That's me. I'm the little baby aunt. I am my own grandmother. I'm not. I never felt so seen before as I did in that movie. I'm Tom Hanks' aunt, yes. Yes. And that's why, even though Tom Hanks is my brother, technically, that's not really the relationship that we have, because Tom Hanks is 20 years older than me, Well, he's probably more older than me than that. What a family. Nobody's so normal, right? Everybody's a little bit weird, right? Anyway, I don't talk about my family because, mostly it's because, they didn't sign up to have their secrets shared on the internet. And I gotta respect that. Mostly just my mom, because, she watches my streams. I'm closest with my mom. Everybody else, though, I don't need to be broadcasting all of their lives. Plus, I'm the star and everything, so, why do they need to be on my channel? I'm the star here. Don't get it twisted. Hi, Mama Tapir. She's probably not watching. Only when I do a horror game does she watch. Oh, I added some stuff to my wish list. Lorelei and the Laser Eyes is on sale. That was on the Game Dole one day. That's why I added it to my wish list. Only $13. Okay, about the same price as Red Dead Redemption 2. The thing is, the Steam sale, they don't do the $1 games anymore. I feel like no more do you get a $60 game on sale for $2. 90% off is dead. I know. I bought all those already. I probably did, but how come? I don't know. I heard Dark Souls 3 is not even on sale. It's not. So maybe FromSoft games don't go on sale. Actually, I already bought Dark Souls 3. I think it was on sale a while ago. Dark Souls is never on sale. I think I got it on sale, but I don't think it was a crazy sale. Yeah, it was probably 50%. I mean, are we complaining too much? Maybe. Complaining that our sale is not 90% off. It's only 50% off. I mean, buying anything at the store for that much off would be crazy. But games are digital items where it doesn't cost them anything to produce more copies, so maybe it's different. Didn't the Steam sale start today? I didn't look at it at all, actually, but I feel like I already own every game on Steam, which is not meant to be a brag. It's more like my Steam account is really old, and I already bought all of the games that go on sale for $1 every Steam sale. A cry for help. Wait, actually, I'm on my other Steam account, so it's not gonna show me. Do I have Red Dead Redemption 2? Do I not? Wait, I should get Red Dead Redemption 2. Am I ever gonna play it, though? I don't know. It's not that cheap either. It's $15, but usually it's $60. The Barbie horse game. Maybe I'll never play it, but will I regret buying it? Maybe not.
I think it's best for both of us if we pretend this never happened.
Anime music videos, otherwise known as AMVs, and some of them are still uploaded to YouTube because I don't remember my password. Oh, actually, no, I think I do remember my password. Some of them deserve to stay up. They didn't get very many views, but they were good, okay? I'm not gonna post them though. They are better off. I'll be embarrassed if somebody links it to me, even though I'm kind of proud of them. Actually, I don't know if I am, but I like making AMVs. I would make more. How many views do they have? One has 900 views. I think the other one got a couple thousand views. I haven't checked on them in a while. What anime song? Nice try. I'm not telling you. I'm not spoiling. I had a lot of YouTube channels over the years, because honestly I always wanted to be a YouTuber, but I never thought I would actually be one. It's weird how that happens. I had a bunch of different channels throughout the years. How many? Okay, the very first one I had, I uploaded slideshows. Wait, I think I talked about this. I made a few videos. I think I was literally like 11 years old. I uploaded a slideshow detailing how to take care of a kitten, which I don't think I knew anything about that at the time, so it was probably full of misinformation. And then I made another slideshow of anime girls wearing Santa outfits for Christmas, and I wanted to show my grandma and my mom. I showed my mom first, and I was like, I'm gonna show grandma. And my mom was like, I don't think you should show your grandma this video. And I did not understand why. Now I know it's because they were probably sexy anime girls in their sexy Santa outfits. And my grandma would not have appreciated it. It's too spicy for grandma. That was my first YouTube channel. And then I had the peak embarrassing one, which I sure hope that nobody has discovered. The most embarrassing one is I made like little animations. I mean, okay, it's embarrassing, but also it's like cute if you imagine that I was 13 years old. I was just a baby making cringe like OC animations in MS Paint, and they were really bad. And I was like, I'm gonna make my own anime. I made like an anime opening. That one I don't know the password to, otherwise I would have deleted those videos. But they're up forever because I don't remember the password to log in. And then I think I took a break from YouTube after that until I made my AMVs, which I was a college student. It was during some summer, and I was bored. So I was like, I'm just gonna make some AMVs. And I did. I made like 2. And then I did my ASMR channel. And that's the history. That's the YouTube channels that I've had. That's why it's somewhat embarrassing. And the rest is history. Yeah, but none of them took off except for my ASMR channel. That was the first time I tasted internet attention. YouTube is really hard, honestly. It's easy to get discouraged on, I mean, really on any social media platform. It's hard chasing the algorithm and etc. But I remember I uploaded the first video and I didn't expect anything, but it got, like, the very first one got over 1,000 views. So it, like, blew my AMVs out of the water. And I think more than the views, it was, like, there were people commenting and being like, wow, this is your first video? It's so good. And then that was very encouraging. And they were like, please make more. And I was like, what? People want to watch my video? Yeah, well, it was nice. Yeah, my first ASMR still up. It is. Well, and I recently did an HD remaster of it. Okay, I say recently, but that was over a year ago, wasn't it? Oh my gosh, time goes too fast. Okay, maybe not over a year ago. I don't know. I did an HD remake. It's a bit over a year ago. I need to get back to the mines, the ASMR mines. I'm gonna go watch both. You can see my growth. That sounds gross. I don't want to see anybody's growths. The first one I recorded with a gaming headset microphone, which I think is cool because I think you don't need to invest a ton of money into stuff when you're just getting started. You can create with whatever you have at your disposal. It's like a $30 headset microphone that I already had, and I used it in my April Fools this year. Fun fact, same headset microphone. The very same one. I still have it after all these years. That was the one. It sounded worse. Yeah, well, I made it sound worse on purpose. I mean, you know, I was trying to make it sound as good as possible for the ASMR. But for the April Fools, breathe directly into the microphone. I'm pretty sure Hurricane Chan was recorded with my $10,000 microphone. The Sims 3 character creator is weird. It is! Can I pull it up? Can I see a Sims 3? Here's somebody's example comparing the different games. I do feel like Sims 3 it's just a little, I don't know. 2 and 4 is the best. I agree. In terms of looks, I mean, some people don't like The Sims 4. They say that they're too cartoony, but I actually think it works. I like the cartooniness. The Sims 3 was kind of in an uncanny valley, I think, where they were going a little more realistic, but I don't know. But one thing I do love about like the older Sims games is you get to see like what was in fashion at the time that the game came out. And The Sims 3 has some like peak like 2000s 2010 fashion in it, which is like kind of coming back in style. So but you know, the appearance doesn't matter. It's about the gameplay, and the gameplay of Sims 4 leaves a bit to be desired sometimes. That's why I'm going back to Sims 3. And it is fun having the open world. My Sims had a baby, and then like right after the baby was born, they got invited to a party, and they just took the baby to the party, and then the baby started crying, and everybody at the party got upset, probably thinking there wasn't gonna be a 1 hour old baby at the party. But then the dad set the baby down in the snow, and I almost lost the baby in the snow, and that was not good. But it's awesome in The Sims 3 that you can just do that. You can just like bring your baby with you. In The Sims 4, the babies are like immobile objects, and you can't, well, you can bring them out of the house, I guess, but it takes loading screens. In The Sims 3, you just pick them up and walk. You could just do things. You bought a throwback outfit, it's a Legend of Zelda shirt and cargo shorts. Ripped jeans, Galaxy Cat shirt, and Vans. That's a good one. Oh my gosh. I think I told this story before about when I was in middle school. I was in band class, and this one only ever happened in band class. And I was wearing a new shirt that I had just bought, and it was like a galaxy print, and it had cats on it. Very 2010. And a girl in my class was like, oh my gosh, I love your shirt. Where did you get it? And I told her, and then like literally 2 days later, she showed up wearing the exact same shirt. Which back then I was like, oh my gosh, she shouldn't have the audacity to just go buy the exact same shirt. But now I'm like, no, why not? It's not that deep. But in middle school, you get sensitive about that kind of thing. That's what leads you to gatekeep. No, I won't tell you where I bought my shirt from. I thought she was gonna go and buy like a different similar shirt, not the exact same shirt. But, you know, why not? Also, like, come on, be real. It's a Galaxy Cat shirt. Everyone was wearing those in 2010. And it's not like I bought it. Actually, I bought it from, I don't know if any of you will remember, favorite middle school girls store of the late 2000s, early 2010s, Delia's. But I bought it from Delia's. That was my favorite store, my go-to store. Claire's was good too for the accessories. Claire's, I still like Claire's, honestly. Never heard of it. I think they're out of business by now. The thing about ears to ears, I feel like literally nobody ever notices. It's so rare that anybody comments on my earrings. Like almost never. I mean, they're mostly covered by my hair, I guess. But yeah, I've got very few comments over the 10 years. Also, it's not that unusual anyway to have this many. I don't even have that many piercings on my ears. Yeah, I guess maybe it's my hair. Maybe I need to wear my hair behind my ears. But I don't know. And the piercings are for me anyway. I just like them. They make me feel cool. Might I specify ears? What did I say? I don't know. Well, I only have ear piercings. If you have facial piercings, those are way more noticeable, I think. I mean, piercings are normal, relatively, but ear piercings are more common than facial piercings, for sure. I think if I had a lip ring, people probably would comment on it more often than earrings. No one's commented on your facial piercings either. Maybe it's just something people don't talk about. I don't know. I compliment people's piercings from time to time, but I guess I'm more likely to compliment somebody's tattoos, honestly. Maybe because tattoos, like, you can look at the subject matter and you can, like, be like, oh, you have a tattoo of Freerin. I like Freerin, you know, and then it's like a normal interaction. Yeah, they tell more of a story. That's true. Piercings are just, you know, they're just a little accessory. Yeah, just don't get pierced at Claire's. Do not let them use the piercing gun on you. Anywhere. Do not. Got your second piercing in a tiny jewelry shop. I've been seeing those lately. Or like piercing studio. Or not like it's not exactly a piercing studio because it's like a jewelry store. But they're like giving people piercings in there. I'm not sure about that either. But maybe I'm old-fashioned. I don't know. To me, the only place to get a piercing is a tattoo parlor. One with good reviews. I don't have any tattoos. The first time I went, I was like feeling awkward because I'm like, oh my gosh, they're gonna know I'm a poser because I don't have any tattoos. But they don't know that. I could have tattoos just covered by my clothes. Also, they literally do not care. They do not care one bit if you have tattoos or not. Would ever get one? I don't know. I like tattoos on other people. Like every time I see somebody with tattoos, I'm like, oh, it looks amazing, so cool. I wish I was that cool. But then when it comes to me, like I don't have anything that I would like in particular enough to get it tattooed on me. And I feel like it's a big deal to go. It's not that big of a deal, but going from 0 to 1 tattoos is like a bigger step than going from 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 or 5 to 50. So I don't know. Fun to get new ones. It's also expensive. Some piercings are supposed to relieve like tension in your head. I don't know if that's pseudoscience though, but I've heard that. But acupuncture can relieve tension. So why not a needle through your ear? My voice teacher was telling me about acupuncture and how a lot of her singing friends and students get it done to relieve like tension. Also, BS, is it? I thought you put the needle in the muscle and then the muscle is like, whoa, I'm gonna stop holding so much tension. That it's like massage. Now don't tell me massage is also pseudoscience. Thought it was nerves. The muscle is afraid. I don't know. You're not paying to get stabbed. I've never had acupuncture, but I wonder. I'm not talking about I can't pronounce it. Chiropractic. I know that one was invented by a ghost. But acupuncture too? Same thing. It's not the same. One of them is like cracking your body and hanging you upside down, and the other one's inserting needles. One of my best friends when I was in middle school had scoliosis, and a chiropractor would come to her house and flip her upside down on a table and crack her back. And that always frightened me. It seemed like a torture device. She had one of those inversion tables in her house. If you could graft body parts to you, what would you choose to graft?
Maybe some claws.
Yeah. I mean, you're already like part dragon or full dragon.
I'm already grafted a little bit, right?
You got the tail, you got the wings.
I do. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I get a second set of horns. That could be really cool and edgy.
Wait, you could do that.
I could do that.
Yeah,
I could.
like Chuni mode.
Oh, it'd be cool if I had like Chuni mode. And I used to have that on one of my really old models where I could make my scleras turn black and my eyes would glow.
I want to see like dark grape.
It was supposed to be like feral, draconic.
Yeah.
On the rare occasion that I'm not having a good time.
I've got evil vampire Nimi mode.
Maybe. Oh no! Oh, don't suck my blood.
Oh, now we both have fangs.
Such a travesty. Oh no! Wait, hold on. There you go. My hair's out of the way. Don't do that. Oh no! It'd be so terrible. Oh, it'd be so terrible. Oh.
So terrible.
It'd be so bad. Oh no.
This was the friend who also had, in her bedroom, she had 2 twin beds just for her, which I thought was like amazing. And it kind of was amazing because whenever I slept over at her house, I didn't have to sleep on the floor or share a bed or anything. I got my own twin bed at her house. Why? I don't know. I don't know why, but it was cool for sleepovers. Would she switch beds? I think she did. I think she used both. If I recall correctly, I did ask her that, and she would like sleep in both. Whichever one she felt like. Soft bed and firm bed, was it? I mean, okay, let's say that you get a hotel room, and instead of like 1 king, it's 2 queens, but you're by yourself in the hotel room. Would you use both beds? And you're gonna be there for more than 1 night. Would you sleep in the same bed every night, or would you switch? I'm pretty sure I would just sleep in the same one every night and like put my stuff on the other one. Have absolutely get your money's worth. Oh, a before you shower and after you shower bed. Wait, that's smart. Because, like, if you travel and you're on the plane, don't you feel like you have gross plane germs? But sometimes you're so tired when you get to the hotel that you don't even want to shower, but you feel gross. So then you get in the gross bed. And then once you rest a little bit and you feel better, then you can take a shower and then you can get in the clean bed. Yeah. Aren't the rooms getting cleaned every day? Not these days. I feel like hotels, I don't know. I mean, they should definitely pay their housekeepers more and not overwork them, but they are not cleaning the rooms every day, I feel like, anymore. These days, it is first world problems. It is. But also, hotels used to mean something. A $400 hotel. I've been to $400 hotels where they did not change the sheets every day. Just saying. At my last vacation, I did go to like a very fancy hotel, and they not only do they change the sheets every day, if you ask them to, they'll change them twice a day, which seems crazy, but but that was very luxurious. Yeah, the multiplying water bottles. They call it turn down service, which apparently used to be a thing that like every hotel would do. And I don't really know what it is. I think they come in and they, I don't know, they take away your dirty towels, they empty your trash, I don't know. Do they change the sheets or do they just make your bed? They dim the lights, they read you a bedtime story and tuck you in. They refresh the room. It is a good service. They turn your sheets so you can get into bed. That's okay. I mean, we're capable of doing that ourselves, right? We as individuals. But I guess that's the point of like a luxury experience, is like other people do things for you that you, so you don't have to. You want them to tuck you in. Yeah, they flip the pillow to the cool side. Yeah, bread is like neutral. Oh, I should do the stream where I do those stupid Reddit alignment chart boxes where it's like healthy food that tastes good, unhealthy food that tastes good, healthy food that tastes bad, unhealthy food that tastes bad. I have to do my own because I never agree with the opinions of the masses, which probably says more about me than about the masses. It's just a chart. Yeah, it is. Why am I so Reddit filled? I know, I need to stop. I need to stop. It's the only social media that I scroll on. But ideally, I think I should scroll on zero social media. The reason I'm on Reddit is because I feel like I've curated my feed to be relatively benign. Like it's not, it doesn't make me sad. It's mostly like animals or fantasy romance, etc. But certainly it would be better if I didn't scroll anything, you know? I don't know. I scroll YouTube. Yeah, but I stopped YouTube Shorts. I had to stop myself from doing YouTube Shorts. I've quit cold turkey, except for a few times I have clicked on one. Because sometimes the YouTube Shorts are just unskippable. I try not to watch any YouTube Shorts anymore, because I did feel like it was taking its toll on me. Be like watching the Nimi Shorts, thank you. I know, what kind of person am I if I'm like, I don't try my own product. I'm putting out the YouTube Shorts, but I'm not watching them. Feeding your addictions. I like Rhythm Heaven, but I feel like I've actually not played it that much. I just like the vibe of it, you know? I like the look, I like the silliness, and I think this one's good, right? Maybe I played a Wii. I feel like I played, there's none on the Switch? No, surely they ported one. I feel like I played one on the Switch like 4 years ago. Maybe 5 years ago. I think so. This is the first one on the Switch? Then what did I play? No ports? I swear. What did I play, though? Somebody streamed it 5 years ago. No? And this somebody I know did not have the capability of streaming from a Wii or a DS at that time. Maybe I'm thinking of WarioWare. I might be thinking of WarioWare. Why did I think it was Rhythm Heaven? There really hasn't been a Rhythm Heaven? It must have been Headbangers. I probably was thinking of WarioWare, actually. Is this my first Rhythm Heaven game then? It might be. I feel like I've played it, though. Why do I feel like I've played it? I don't know. Yeah, WarioWare does have similar energy. How could this be my first Rhythm Heaven? Am I a real Nintendo gamer? Apparently Definitely not. Today we learn no. Did I play with somebody else? I don't think so. Maybe I played at somebody's house when I was a child. I think I've just watched a bunch of streams of Rhythm Heaven, various Rhythm Heaven games, and then I just absorbed it into my mind and I thought that I played it myself. That means I might be really bad because I thought I played before. I know I'm not the best at any game that involves musical skill, but I thought I played. I might be cooked. The unplugged controller. I think I did. I think I'm just watching videos on YouTube and going boom, 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 boom. That's basically the gameplay of Rhythm Heaven, right? Do you think this makes you better at rhythm? Because I could use the skill improvements. But yeah, I don't know. I should stop scrolling. Have any of you succeeded in like quitting scrolling social media? And how did you do it? I would like to replace it with like reading. Or I don't know, maybe just thinking? I guess you don't need to be doing everything or doing something at every single moment of your day, you know? Sometimes it's okay to just sit with your thoughts, right? I guess that's what you should do instead of scroll. Just sit. Phone in lake. I know. Yeah, you can meditate. It's hard. It's hard to get rid of the phone. I thought about like, what if I just start like scrolling Wikipedia instead? But that hasn't worked for me yet. Maybe it could though. I'm just like click on a random Wikipedia page and I don't know, maybe just keep clicking until you find something interesting. What do you think? Do you think that would be okay? It's better than Reddit, right? I never look up in video games. Okay, when people said that, I used to think they meant it ironically, like you're not a gamer because you're not looking up. But now I think that they mean it's meant unironically, like gamers literally don't look up. What? Is there like a phenomenon? Okay, but I feel like in real life, people don't look up either. Like how often are you looking up? Like at the sky? Not that much. I feel like the human body is not designed to look up. Like you have to lean your whole head back. So maybe it's just ingrained. Like you mostly look side to side around eye level, right? Or down. I feel like that's why people don't look up in video games. Yeah, not much going on the ceiling, right? Right? Night to look at the stars. That's true. Humans don't look up. Does any animal look up? The ocean sunfish? Actually, I don't know if that's true. Does the ocean sunfish look up or down? The eyes are on one side, right? Which direction is the ocean sunfish looking? A flounder? Oh yeah, a flounder looks up because they're on the ground. The dab, the olive flounder. These are the fish that I know from Animal Crossing. A stingray. Wait, where are the eyes on a stingray? Aren't they on the bottom? Or are they on the top? The mouth is on the bottom and the nose is on the bottom. They're on the top. I don't know my stingray anatomy. Are they blind? Are they? Whale Fall looks like it'll be really good. Is that a movie? When is a movie coming out? I haven't heard of this. Well, I want to watch it. Swallowed by a whale. Following the death of his father, Jay Gardner goes diving off the coast of California in search of his remains. He soon finds himself in a desperate fight for survival when he's swallowed whole by a massive whale. Trapped inside its belly, he must figure out a way to escape as his oxygen supply starts to run out. Is this movie like 2 minutes long? I feel like the movie can only last like 2 minutes long. If his oxygen supply is running out. Also, that's kind of like whale, like anti-whale propaganda. Whales don't do that. I guess a humpback whales have swallowed people, but they spit them out because they literally don't fit, you know? Down the throat of a humpback. I've seen videos of humpbacks swallowing kayakers, but they spit them out and they're fine. Well, I think. But do sperm whales, have they ever eaten a person? I don't know. I know that sperm whales have sunk ships before. I mean, it's like Moby Dick, right? That was based on a real whale. I don't think they've eaten people. Orcas eat sperm whales? Well, they eat the babies. That's crazy. The ocean is scary. Orcas are the ocean predator, but sperm whales are like twice as big. Maybe more than twice as big. Well, I guess that they harass other whales too. That's crazy because they have teamwork. They got teamwork. My goodness. We used to hunt mammoths. That's true. Humans are scary too. Orcas are 4 guys in a row. Four guys standing in a row. You don't want to see them get their attack combo off. I like to watch videos of drones in the ocean, exploring the ocean, but I don't want to explore it myself. I feel no desire to go into a submarine. Well, I'm too claustrophobic for a submarine. I'll just watch a video or go into VR. That's for somebody else. And I do want to see more videos of the giant squid. After I read Sphere, I was like researching the giant squid. Did you know that there are like two different species of extremely large squid? There's the giant squid, which is the longest squid. I think it's like 40 feet long. But most of that length is its tentacles. The mantle is 6 feet long, thereabouts. So about the size of a tall man. But there's also the colossal squid, which is heavier in weight and is shorter in tentacles. But I think the mantle is bigger. There's two different types. Yeah, shorter but wider. So that's what I learned. And we have seen a few giant squids wash up on shore, but they've all been dead. I guess they tend to be when they wash up on shore. It's a very elusive animal. A lot of what we know about it comes from like sperm whales, actually, because sperm whales eat them, and sperm whales have scars of giant squid tentacles from when they engage in a deep sea battle, which I wish I could witness. But also you see the beaks of the giant squids inside of sperm whale stomachs. Sperm whale is the largest toothed whale, I think. Based on the size of the beak of the squid, you can estimate the total size of the squid. I just think that's crazy that like deep down in the darkest depths of the ocean, sperm whales, which are mammals, so they breathe air, they dive down into the dark depths to eat giant squids, which like attack them back with their tentacles. I just think that's crazy. I want to see it though. So the giant squid has its 8 arms, and then it has 2 more arms that are extra long. Giant squid anatomy. The feeding tentacles. Wait, this is the colossal squid. Where's the giant squid? Well, I guess they're similar. They have their long tentacles, which they use to stealthily grab their prey. Since a giant squid can't be that stealthy, they send their 2, like 40 feet long tentacles through the water, and then they're like rough, I think. They have like the equivalent of teeth on the end, so they can like grab you and pull you back into their beak. Well, they don't eat humans, but maybe they would. I don't know. I certainly don't want to find out. And terrifying if you were a fish. The Kraken is real. It is real. But I wonder, like, do people see them? They don't really go up to the surface, you know? There was a video of a sperm whale with a giant squid in its mouth, and I think it was real. But you would never know these days. I think it was real. I googled it. Let me show you. But this is kind of a scary image, so like, warning, scary image incoming. Isn't that crazy? Oh my gosh. Like, think about the size of the whale, and then you see and that's the mantle in the mouth that you see. That's the mantle of the squid. That's crazy. Is it real? Do we trust the Octopus News magazine online? I think it's real. Apparently it's real. I think it is. That was the conclusion I came to when I googled it before, but I don't remember what led me to that conclusion. So do we trust past Nimi? I don't know. But that's so crazy. The ocean is a scary place. The writer is an octopus, so I trust it. Man, how large is a sperm whale? They are the largest toothed whale. The largest toothed predator? I guess so. That's kind of scary to think about. Yeah, I guess a lot of whales, like a blue whale, is a baleen whale, so they just eat little krill and fish by filter feeding. They're not like hunting. They can be 52 feet long. That's crazy. Imagine this thing is 50 feet long and the squid inside its mouth? Oh my goodness. I found I could make a new face. Sometimes before the stream starts, I just stare at the mirror and make faces. Okay, I don't know if it counts as a new face. Can I do it again? That's the face. What kind of face is it? I don't know. Maybe it's Pog. Poggers, Pog-champ. It feels wrong to Pog off of Twitch. Like, I'm a YouTube streamer. That's not my business. You know? Instead of Pog, we get the weird YouTube original emotes, like the angry flip face, like the red angry face. That's our culture. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Now, is that for better or for worse? I don't know. I don't know. But it is what it is. I also got a matcha latte, and I got it in my new reusable cup. I'm being so good. I'm not contributing to plastic waste, except that I totally am in other ways. But in this one instance, I have reduced my plastic waste by 1 cup. It does have a straw. Metal straw, no, it's plastic. It's really cute. It's pink and it has strawberries on it. And then it's got a matcha latte inside, so it's green and cute. It's like everything I like. Also, this was my first time getting them to make my drink in a reusable cup at Starbucks, which I should have been doing this long ago. But it's my first time. But I'm starting now, never too late to start. And I didn't realize that maybe it's different at other Starbucks, but at this one, I didn't realize that they will not touch the cup that you bring in. Like, I was like, could you make it in this cup, please? And they're like, yeah, just take the lid off. And then I took the lid off, and they're like, you hold on to that. And then they bring out like a mug from behind the counter, and they're like, put it in the mug. And you put it in the mug so that they don't have to touch it. They only have to touch the mug. It did make me feel a little bit like I had the plague. But I understand it's for a good reason, right? Because who knows what people are bringing from home, you know? Who knows what people are bringing on their reusable cups? I did feel a little bit like I had the plague. Some of them get pretty grim. Well, that's what I was thinking, right? Like, I don't know. You don't know what people are bringing in. Well, like, you're supposed to bring it in clean. And mine was cleaned, I assure you. But I don't know if everybody else is, you know? Like, what if they just rinsed it out in the bathroom right before? And they called that good enough, you know? So that's why they don't touch it. And that's probably for a good reason. Okay, but a lot of my mugs do have tea stains. And, okay, maybe that's gross. But that's just kind of what happens when you drink so much tea. I guess that's a good point. I gotta keep this one pristine, otherwise I'll be too embarrassed to bring it. But matcha latte doesn't stain, I don't think. Also, you're not supposed to put hot drinks in. I feel like hot drinks stain more than cold drinks. Is that science? Any science knowers can explain that? Is that true? It feels true. Oh my gosh, I finally had the experience, you know, when ceramic cookware or like dishware gets those like cracked lines in it, and they always tell you like, don't eat out of that because there are bacteria living in the cracks. I was like, I had one that was cracked, and I don't use it much, except all my other bowls were in the dishwasher. So I was desperate, and I got it out, and I looked at it, and I saw the cracks in it, and I, you know, rubbed it with my finger, and it's like, it feels completely smooth. There's no way there's a crack there. There's no way bacteria could fit in there. And then I microwaved some leftovers in the microwave, and when I took it out, the food was like bubbling through the cracks in the side, and I just threw the whole thing away. At that point, I was like, okay, now I believe that the cracks are real. They're not just cosmetic. They're not just surface level. So beware. If your ceramic dishware has cracks in it, you probably should throw it away. Or only use it for art supplies. I don't know. The microwave kill the bacteria. Okay, that's the thing. Common misconception. People think that if you heat something up, it kills the bacteria. Well, it does kill the bacteria. However, it does not get rid of the toxic waste the bacteria have been producing when they've been eating your food and pooping out stuff that makes you sick. Just think about that. Think about that next time you want to microwave the bacteria away. You can still get sick. It's a botulism. Do you have to think about it? Food safety is important. I'm thinking of starting a new series called Medical Advice Mondays. What do you think? You think that's a good idea? I am a nurse after all. Don't think that will get me banned from YouTube, right? Here's your first medical advice Monday. Throw away cracked ceramic dishware. And don't think you can just microwave away bacteria. I'll ask my lawyer. I'm sure he'll tell me that's a great idea. Medical advice Mondays. Now accepting submissions. Let's do the scandal before I get into legal trouble by dispensing medical advice on the internet, which you're not supposed to do if you can lose your license that way, if you had one. But if you got nothing to lose, then... I'm terrified of bed bugs. I've never had bed bugs before, knock on wood, and hopefully I never will. But I do get paranoid. I don't know, every time. Well, I sometimes check. You know, you can like look at the mattress and try to see. I've done that before. I didn't check this time. I was just kind of like YOLO. Well, really, my thought was like, it's a cabin with bugs in it, but it was, honestly, it was an expensive cabin with bugs in it. So I'm like, surely they do not come with bed bugs at this price point. It was like glamping. I feel like these places are always so expensive. How much was it? I stayed in a few different places. This one I think was $300 a night, which is pretty expensive for a little shack. And also the sheets were dirty, but that, you know, that's okay, I guess. That's the nature experience that you get. I got scammed. I did feel a little scammed, I have to say. But I don't know. I'm picky about hotels and lodgings in general. My standards have grown too high after I finally experienced a true luxury stay. Now I'm like... But yeah, I do feel like clean sheets is a low bar. Well, it was only the top cover was dirty. The sheets underneath were clean, which is a little better, but also you would still hope. I mean, that's your first impression, right? Is like the top. Those are always nasty. Do they not clean them? Because I feel like they should. Also, it was like one of those thin covers. So I feel like if it's thin, it's easy to clean. You can easily throw it in the wash. Not nearly as often. That's kind of scary though, because that's where people are like, if they're sitting on top of the bed eating Doritos, that's where the Dorito dust is gonna collect. But you know, I did like an alternate. One night I had a really luxurious stay, and then I had honestly, the still expensive cabin with bugs in it, and then I had another luxurious stay. So I was like sandwiching, you know? That's the best I can do. I would like a bike, like a stationary bike for working out. Because I feel like whenever I go to the gym, which is rare, I like the bike more than the treadmill. I know a Peloton, they're so expensive though. And the Peloton has a subscription. And aren't they gonna go out of business like any second, and then your bike is obsolete, or you have to like jailbreak it so that you can use it without the app? Can you get banned from Peloton? They remote brick your bike? No more exercise for you. You actually can. I mean, yeah, what if you're like harassing the instructors? Because can't you, actually, I don't know. Can you talk to the instructors? What kind of benefits do you get from your subscription? I know that the instructors can give you a shout out. Like if you do the live classes, they can be like, tapir 32, there you go. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. I see this is your 10th day in a row. Keep it up. But like, can you talk to them? I don't know if you can. Probably better that you don't. It's parasocial. Do people get parasocial with their Peloton instructors? Probably if you can. I think I probably would. If I was riding with the same instructor every day, I probably would. It's hard not to, especially when they give you that little boost of encouragement that you need. You're riding the bike, you have the endorphins going, and that just makes your day. Now, if the instructor gets parasocial with you, the fan fiction writes itself. I don't know. Can you actually? You can't send messages, right? Oh, but I bet the instructor would be like if you show up every day and then you don't show up, I bet they would be like, oh, where are they? They're not here today. I hope they're doing okay. But I feel like that's the limit of the interactions. Sending messages with my max heart rate. Wait, do they get to see that? Because that's embarrassing. I don't want the instructor monitoring my heart rate. Tapir 32, are you okay back there? 180 beats per minute. Maybe you should take a little rest. They're calling you out in front of the whole class. Oh my gosh, I would never come back. I could never ride again. I'd be so embarrassed. That's private. Tapir 32, call 911 right now. Or I'll call for you. This is just how I imagine the Peloton works. Someone who's never tried it. You can also make groups in your Peloton and ride together from all over the world. You can ride together virtually. I do think that would be like, it would encourage you to work out, certainly. Or you could buy a different bike and ride by yourself like a sensible person. Yeah, go swimming. Oh my gosh, I didn't bring a swimsuit. I wanted to take a dip in every body of water that I came across so bad. But most of them, I don't know, not necessarily dippable bodies of water, you know? Even still ones. I do want to swim. I still want to swim. Tapir behavior. I should be able to swim in the river or in the lake, in the little tiny clear pond, fed by clean mountain waters. Go for a bubble bath instead. It's not the same. I want to swim. I want to paddle. Am I a good swimmer? I don't think so. I don't think I ever learned to swim properly. Honestly, I know that there are different styles. Mostly I go for a doggy paddle. I don't think I ever learned how to do like a proper swim, you know? I just paddle. Can I float? Yeah, I can float. I can float easy. I used to love to swim. Growing up, my grandparents had a pool. And I would go over there all the time, as often as I could, and swim in their pool. And they would just watch me go around and around. And then when I like tired myself out, they were like, do a victory lap. And I would be like, okay, I'll do a victory lap. And I would go around again. I would get out and eat an ice cream sandwich. So now I associate ice cream sandwiches with the pool. Because I don't know, that was always the poolside treat. But I don't know, all these hours, I never actually learned to swim properly, I think. And now I don't swim that often, but I would like to. It's probably my favorite form of exercise. The most fun form of exercise. Doesn't even feel like exercising. Alas, I have no pool. And my grandparents moved somewhere with also no pool. It's exhausting, but in a good way. Not like in a bad way like running is, where you feel like your lungs are gonna explode. But maybe I just need to jog more. And I won't feel that way. Thank you guys for 18 months. I think it's a year and a half today. I don't have anything special planned for 1.5 years, but thank you guys for being here. I can't believe it's been a year and a half. And so, I mean, sometimes it feels way longer. I hope to keep doing this forever and ever. Yeah, in some ways it feels way longer. And I mean, in some ways it has been way longer. But I also can't believe, I don't know, a year and a half is a long time. But it's passed in the blink of an eye, I feel like. I've only just gotten started. I still have so much I want to do. And I will do. Time is always moving fast. I can't believe the year is halfway over now. I don't want to believe it. And even July is coming to an end already. It feels like it only just started. That's why the summer never lasts long enough. Never does. Can't believe it's almost 2030. Okay, but I was thinking about that because 2026, and this is similar to how your age works as well. 2026 feels like so close to 2025 that it's like mid-2020s. But 2027? That's closer to 30 than it is to 20. And you can trust me on this one. But yeah, it's gonna be 2030 soon. Yeah, because 2027 is basically 2030. It's the late 2020s, and it's no longer, oh, the 2020s are just beginning, you know? Remember when everybody had those cheeky 2020 glasses for New Year's? What are they gonna do for 2027? I think they make the 2s into the eye holes. Yeah, we're to the 30s. 2029 is gonna feel so long, I hope so. What can we expect in 2030? I'll be an optimist and say good things, hopefully. Let's say 3D VTubing equipment, high fidelity, you can dance in, costs less than $1,000, and anybody can set it up at home. I know $1,000 is probably a lot still, but VTubing equipment is real expensive right now. That's what I will wish for. Mokopi actually works in 2030. It's all relative. There's one for like 11K. Yeah, 11K. That's pretty expensive. That's more expensive than the one I have. I always did better in like a classroom setting rather than like trying to learn on my own. I guess it's because I'm a competitive person. I'm like, I can't get left behind. I gotta do it. Everybody's different. I can study harder than you. No. Maybe a little bit. I am glad that where I grew up and live, they don't do the thing where they post like the ranking of people's test scores. Is that real? That's in like anime. They show like just a numbered list of how you did on the exam. That seems mortifying. It seems terrible. It's real in some places. Yeah, not the public shaming. Or well, is it anonymous at least? Like, is it just a number? But what if your friends know your number? Then they know. They did it at your school. Did it motivate you or did it just make you sad? Mortification is the point. Oh no. Max Shane full name address. Oh no. Every day I'm grateful that I'm out of school. Even though I loved college. I didn't like high school. I mean, does anybody? But I am like glad I don't have to study for tests anymore. But sometimes I do feel like my brain is gonna rot. Maybe it already has. Only thing I'm learning is Slay the Spire meta these days. I mean, it's not you have to stop learning once you're out of school. You can learn many things. I read frequently enough. You don't always want to see what I'm reading, though. Some of the stuff I'm reading, I wouldn't call it high literature. Entertaining, though it is. It's better than not reading at all. That might be true. But I was looking at that one. The one that uses a LiDAR camera. Because it's pretty cool. I think that's the one that's like $11,000. But I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to know. I feel like to get stuff to actually like dance in, you really need the optical trackers. Which I guess LiDAR is also optical. But it's different. You get like 6 different cameras or more to have them pointed. But those are so expensive. Because those cameras, I don't know how much they cost. I think they can be like $10,000 per camera. Maybe a little less. Maybe you could get them secondhand. I don't know. Yeah, I'm pulling the curtain back a little bit. Because when have I not? I use a Rococo suit, which works. I mean, you've seen how it works. That's how well it works. In my experience. Yeah, those are not cheap either. No, well, none of it is cheap. I mean, the cheapest one, I guess, would be to use, like, what is it? Like, VR trackers? Like, Vive trackers? I think that, or maybe I don't know how much the Mokopi is running these days. I think even Mokopi is expensive these days. Isn't Mokopi, like, $500 nowadays? They make small trackers now, like Slime VR. I've heard of that. I haven't used them, though. They were $500 on release. It's a lot cheaper than $5,000 it is. But that's why I'm saying I want like a beautiful system, less than $1,000 that is high fidelity. You can dance using it. Easy to set up. You don't have to wear a suit. That's my wish list for 2030. If I could be so bold. Be great for game dev too, for motion capture. Yeah, it would be. It would be. You want to see 20 more Nimi outfits by 2030. How many years is that? 5 outfits. So some of them could have the pits out. I don't know. I don't know if I'm on track for that. But how many outfits did I have last year? I mean, not enough to fill out the Napling Choice Awards without having Lemon Leaf fill in a slot for me. Is the answer. Lemon Leaf will be alive again in 2030. Who says that she's not alive? Who says that? Maybe she's underneath your bed right now, eating your dreams. Have you thought about that? Have you checked? If you haven't checked, then you can't say for sure. She could be with us right now. You sleep on a futon? Well, then she's probably really uncomfortable under there. You probably are too. Let her out, skinny legend. Is she friendly? I think she's my evil alter ego. I need somewhere to store all of my evil thoughts. My evil ideas. I'm the vampire though. I'm a good vampire. I'm a vegan vampire. I only eat beets. And spinach. Spinach has lots of iron in it. Aren't I evil already? No! No, I take my lovely patients and I cure them of their bad dreams. And maybe if they got the bad dreams because of my actions, well, that's not my fault. But it doesn't matter because I eat the nightmares, right? So everybody's happy in the end. They, you know? I don't see anything evil about operating a wellness center and curing people of what ails them. I don't see anything wrong about that. The endless loophole. Yeah, totally humane. Also, right before the stream started, I yawned, and when I yawned, I winked my eye, the one I can't wink, perfectly. And I feel like that means I have the ability to wink that eye. I just don't, I wonder if I could recreate it. I don't think so. It happened naturally, and then I couldn't recreate it. No. But it happened. I watched it happen. It was the smoothest wink ever. I was thinking about that. You know how some people can make their pectoral muscles dance? I was thinking about how like everyone has pectoral muscles. So theoretically everyone can learn to do that. It's just hard. The mind muscle connection is not there for most people. Cuz I can't even begin to think about how I would do that. But I think it's the same for winking with me. Like wiggling the ears. My ears are just naturally wiggly. I don't know. You gotta train it. I know, and I think working out helps. Lifting weights helps. That helps with your mind-muscle connection. You know, I was thinking, like, if I lived in the medieval fantasy world, I want to make armor. I want to be the armorer, but I don't want to make, like, anybody's armor. I want to make, like, the fancy Lannister armor, you know? Like, put some artistry into it, and it's, like, beautifully wrought armor. I feel like that would be so satisfying. The boutique armor. Gotta work your way through horseshoes. I know, I mean, I'm imagining myself at, like, 50 years old, which in ancient times is, like, the equivalent of being 90 years old. And I've been training my whole life in my blacksmith apprentice to make these armors. Get into level 99 smithing. Yeah, with making 1,000 iron daggers in my inventory. Man, now I want to play Skyrim. They should let you, well, I guess they literally do let you do that in Skyrim, but they should let you settle down in Skyrim and just own your own little shop and sell stuff.
I'd like to watch you forge. I'll pay you for it.
Does it excite you?
Ugh, it's really hot in here. Ah!
Maybe, is that what Fable's gonna be? I hope so. I hope that's what Fable is gonna be. That would be my dream game. There might be a mod for that. It's gotta be immersive though, you know? I want Feindal to come to my shop and buy himself some armor. Cause he got recruited by a different adventurer to go shoot some draugrs. I know, why do I want to be an NPC so bad? I don't know. That's why I like that, the cozy, I killed slimes for 99 years, and now I'm level 300 isekai, and now I just am a witch in the woods and I sell my potions. Rolling your tongue is genetic though? How do you roll your tongue? I think I can do that. I can't do the tongue fold thing. You just do? Well, what do you mean roll? Which way? Hot dog style or hamburger style? I can roll it. Well, actually I can roll it both. Well, it's not really like a spiral hamburger style. Hot dog style, I can do hot dog style. For sure. Oh, there's also like the hitchhiker's thumb, which is when your thumb bends backwards, which I have that. And I wish they would call it something cuter than hitchhiker's thumb because it makes me feel insecure. I feel like they should call it cool thumb that cool people have. That'll make me feel good about myself. Fairy thumbs. Wait, that's a good one. That's like TikTok. I feel like TikTok would invent that. And honestly, it's ridiculous. Do you have fairy thumbs or do you have angel thumbs? Here's how to find out. Or do you have nasty goblin thumbs? Just to add in a bit of negativity to make people feel bad about themselves. Troll thumbs. A golem thumb. I do have hitchhiker's thumbs though, and one of them bends back further than the other. I remember learning about it in like high school or maybe middle school biology class, like when you're learning about genetics, and then they're like, everybody look at their thumbs. And then the teacher was like, oh, look, we got some hitchhiker thumbs right over here. Everybody look at Nimi's thumbs. Nimi's got hitchhiker thumbs. And I was like, too much attention on me. It's not like it's a bad thing. And I think it's pretty common. I can't have been the only person in the class with hitchhiker thumbs. Do not perceive. That's why it bothers me. That's probably true. I don't know. I'm looking down at it. I do think, like, objectively, there's nothing wrong either way having any kind of thumb. But it was too much attention on my thumbs, which I feel like are mostly unremarkable. Call it cobbler's thumb, like cherry cobbler, right? No, probably like a shoemaker. Does it make you good at making shoes?